Oh, slightly open.
Oh, the library, yay.
In Outlast, you play as the night guard from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and explore the terrifying government secrets hidden inside a psychiatric hospital full of people who all want to murder you. You have a camcorder with night vision and a dream, with your goal being to vlog as much as you can as you learn what the hell a wall rider is. Outlast was released in September 2013, nearly 11 years ago, which is crazy to think about because its effect on horror games and the larger video game scene is still felt to this day. This game was really popular, and there's plenty of reasons for that. The atmosphere here is amazing. There isn't a moment where you aren't stressed out. You want every one of your steps to be slow and steady as you grasp your surroundings. Blood splattered on the walls, big structures infested by people with terrifying deformities across their faces and their cocks out for some reason, along with different environments, each causing you to ask more and more questions as you try to uncover the truth of the Mount Massive Asylum.
Oh my god. No, you tried to hide from him before, remember?
You know what's terrifying? Being tortured. The idea of being tied down with no control over your body as some guy rips your nails off or tickles your balls is absolutely horrifying to me, and I think that's the best description of what Outlast feels like to play. This game takes heavy inspiration from the gameplay of Amnesia, where once you're spotted by the bad guys, the only thing you can do is run and hide. However, where Amnesia is best categorized as survival horror, Outlast is more of a kind of horror. I think it's disrespectful to say that all of Outlast's horror comes from the jump scares, because it does have an interesting storyline that provides some great moments of true terror and psychological horror. But yeah, the best scares of this game come from the jump scares. And I for one don't have a problem with utilizing jump scares when it's tasteful and has variety. Outlast does this well with plenty of jump scares throughout the game, but not around every corner. Something that surprised me a lot was how much game was actually packed into Outlast. I was expecting the whole thing to take place within one building, but there was a lot of linear exploring in this game, running through the halls of the asylum to going down into the sewers, then wandering outside in the dark, climbing up into another part of the asylum. Different levels and some out-of-world shit that was interesting to say the least. I think the fact that there wasn't much backtracking really helped this game be interesting for all of its runtime. It doesn't overstay its welcome, but that false sense of variety is lost when you truly reflect on the game. And just because it had a lot of different sections doesn't mean all those sections were amazing. I gave some praise to the atmosphere earlier, but I feel that only really applies to the first half of the game and then a couple moments sprinkled throughout the rest of it. I mean, when the ending takes place in some weird spaceship-ass basement that you got to through an elevator and you don't get given much time to truly immerse yourself with what's going on, that beautiful atmosphere that was so effortlessly built up is kind of lost. I think it's important to say that I played this with a group of friends, not alone, so that could be part of it, but I do want to sing my praises about how fun this game is to play with friends. We finished this game in one sitting, and it's not really a long game, but for a group of guys who can't focus for 5 minutes to finish a 4-hour game without breaks, I'd say that's pretty crazy. I really like it when games utilize the feeling of hopelessness. Don't get me wrong, I like a little bit of combat in my horror games to alleviate a frustrating sense of restriction, but horror comes from a feeling like there's nothing you can do to save yourself. The first Resident Evil game does this alright at the beginning when you just have the pistol because it takes nearly a whole magazine to kill a zombie, meaning that you're essentially encouraged to avoid them as much as possible. RE7 does this a lot better, but the feeling that Outlast gives you is something really special. The first few chase scenes are actually traumatizing, and the fact that you can't fight back adds to that exponentially. The lack of scripted chases allows the game to put you into unique situations for a lot of the chase zones with large areas, but like I said, the horror mainly comes from that feeling of hopelessness. There's something about being stuck in an insane asylum with not only a bunch of patients who have been tortured and abused, but also the people conducting these horrible tests on those patients. The bleakness of Outlast mixed with the uncomfortable imagery and deranged exposition generates this terror that at its best is unmatched. Also, the bit with the camera falling down forcing you to explore around in the dark, it was an interesting change up. Putting the player in a position that they're really not used to, especially in a game like this, is really good. I'm not going to speak too much on the story because I haven't played the DLC, which I'm sure answers a lot of questions I have, and also because it's best to interpret the story yourself. There's also a second game, and I think a third too, but that one's multiplayer, so I'm not sure how relevant it is to the other games, or how relevant the second game is to the first game for that matter. But overall, Outlast was a great experience. I could make a much longer video about this game, but I made this video more because I wanted to delete the 80 gigabytes of footage I have, rather than talk about my thoughts and feelings about this game. I am curious to what you guys think about about Outlast though, so let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe too, it helps a lot more than you might think. I know I haven't been uploading much, school and other things are fucking me up the bum right now. Also, I think it's tradition that whenever I get a video with a lot of views, I have to take a half a year break, but I hope to get a lot more main channel videos out within the next few months. I'm still working on the Persona 3 video, which I hope to release after the DLC fully comes out, and I've been uploading a lot of gameplay highlights on the second channel. I've also started up a VODs channel for my occasional Twitch streams, so if you like those kind of more casual videos, be sure to check those channels out. Links are in the description. Anyways, this is probably a shorter video than I would have liked, but longer and higher quality videos should be on the way soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. 7.968 out of 10. The ending kind of sucked, but like I said, the DLC probably helps improve upon it. So I guess I should play it, maybe.